I'm Amberly Saraga, and this is my Costa Rica experience with IVHQ. My trip was from December 30th, 2017 to January 13th, 2018, and I traveled with three other friends who were also in the nursing program. Travel time was over 12 hours long, so our first night there was spent sleeping and eating dinner. So this is a map of Costa Rica that was given to us on our first day there, and it kind of set the basis of what we wanted to do on our free time and what we wanted to explore. Before we could start our project sites, we had to attend an orientation, and this is our host mom walking us to the bus stop, and this is me on the bus, which we took a lot of public transportation in Costa Rica, and that was really big, but other than that, we Ubered most of the time. The group here did many things together, and one thing we really enjoyed doing was having lunch together since that wasn't provided. And our lunch was really delicious most of the time. And sadly, though, it was kind of expensive, which we didn't expect going to Costa Rica. But at the end, we got used to the prices and knew where to go for the best lunch for the best price. Just like in the US, Costa Ricans celebrate New Year's, so we decided to get all dressed up and go out and celebrate the way the locals do. We went to a local club and danced the night away, but we had to be up early the next morning though. But this is our entire house celebrating together. January 1st is a national holiday, so project sites were closed. Our group decided to do an excursion, which included visiting a small town that has the biggest ox wheel and the Arenal volcano and hot springs. We were gone all day and enjoyed a beautiful hike, warm waters, and just enjoyed having our last free day before starting our actual project. My first project site was spent at a local daycare, which offers free daycare for poor families, which were mostly everyone in that community. And we were repainting and doing murals and just having fun with the kids and giving them a better looking environment so that they can enjoy. During our free time, we enjoyed going to the local carnivals and attending the free cooking classes that IVHQ headquarters provided for us. My absolute favorite project day was when we went out to this town that was actually built on a landfill, and we threw a party for one of the local daycares, and the kids absolutely loved it. They loved having their face painted, the free food. We even had gifts for them, and we just enjoyed their company and they enjoyed ours. Visiting these towns and the conditions that they live in definitely made me appreciate where I live, and it made me stop complaining about so much and just appreciate and feel so thankful for all that I have that I take for granted that some of these kids and some of these families would be desperate to have. We decided to make the most of our free time, so on the weekend, our entire house decided to take a bus down to Manuel Antonio, which is really well known for their national parks and their beaches, and we just spent the entire weekend there relaxing and enjoying the scenery because we were stuck in the city the entire week and we really wanted to be out in the green, open, luscious, what Costa Rica is known for type of scenery and weather. This is a sample breakfast that was provided to us before we started our project dates, and this is the nursing senior home that we were assigned to for the rest of our project time. The nursing home shocked us the most because of the way they put their medicines away, which was just in a big open box for anyone to really come and grab them. And we only ever saw two needles there the entire time we were there. So that was kind of scary for us because we didn't know if they were reusing needles or not. We also worked with a physical therapist and spent half of our time there, and the other half was spent helping the CNAs and the nurses with the patients on the other side of the building. And again, we spent our afternoons enjoying the artwork that Costa Rica had to offer, which was a lot. Their parks are filled with different types of sculptures and paintings, and it was just really fascinating to see everything. And then again, food, which we took a lot of pictures of food there. Their buildings were also very architecturally built, and they also had different signs that I really enjoyed visiting the cathedrals and all the different churches that San Jose had to offer. They were really well kept and beautifully decorated, and just seeing other places people worship was very interesting. We also learned that Costa Rica does not have a military, and this is the last standing building of the military forces that were once there. Costa Rican artwork is my absolute favorite, and since I want to be a labor and delivery nurse, this painting really stood out to me, and it was my favorite thing I had seen in my entire trip. The Mercado Central was the big shopping center that the local artists came in and sold their goods. This was where most of our shopping was made because we wanted to take authentic gifts back home to our family and friends. The trip, us girls were tired of being stuck in the house with another 6 people. So we decided to have a night out, just the 5 of us, and enjoy one of our last weekends there in Costa Rica. The last big thing we did was go zip lining in the rainforest. This was the first time for many of us, and it was a really thrilling and scary experience because it did get pretty high and pretty fast. The highest zip line was at 1,000 feet, which was a lot higher than I intentionally wanted to go. But being with my friends and just having fun and living the pura vida life that the Costa Ricans love to live by was the best thing we did, and it was also the most fun that we had our entire trip. Ziplining definitely taught me one of the most valuable experiences I learned while my trip there. It taught me just to be more relaxed and carefree and to try new things, which I am always really hesitant of. I am not the bravest when it comes to heights and like fast activities, and this really let me be free for the first time in a long time. Our last breakfast meal in Costa Rica was delicious bread and bean mix with a coarse coffee, and we were just excited to get home after 2 weeks. I definitely learned a lot about myself during that trip. I learned that I don't appreciate what I have, and that is a really big thing that I have come to notice. And that is one thing that I am really excited to change. I would love to give back and go back to Costa Rica, but I don't think I would really ever see myself going back again. It is definitely a different culture, and I loved experiencing it, but I think one time is enough, and I'll move